Okay, you're back. I did set it for low latency on the chat. Um, Hopefully the chat is a little faster, but I'm gonna start the race over. Let me know if it starts crapping itself again. Yeah, I noticed last time it's encoding lag, so it was like where the it's because I think I had like the resolution and bitrate set a little too high for my computer's capabilities. But it should be smoother now. I don't see any encoding lag at all. Let me know if it's like pixelated or anything like that. Yeah, so I lowered it to 720p, which I think is a little more appropriate for the CPU in this computer. Um, but it's like five or 6,000 bit rate on 720p, which is more than acceptable for streaming. Okay. Did not break hard enough for that. Oh no. I look, I keep looking away at the chat at the wrong times. Is he okay? What happened to him? Oh, okay. So something bad did happen. He needed a food. Well, now that it's gonna rain, I think. It looks like it, but there's nothing on the radar. You can't hear any sounds on the... You know what? I noticed that just now. That is... Oh, wait. You know what? I don't know why that got turned down, but it did. You can hear the game again, right? Yeah, OBS just decided, you know what? I'm gonna turn that capture card down, and it did. All the way. The Mac doesn't like games, even when it's just streaming, looking at them. But yeah, getting the capture card, wow, man. Oof. Getting the capture card working wasn't too difficult, but man, it's a little finicky. Like getting the audio like to work properly and getting it to, I don't know, like just getting it set up. It's kind of one of those things like you think you're just gonna do it once and leave it, but you have to just constantly poke at it to get it to do what you want. Then once it does what you want, just leave it alone. But the next time you go to use it, you're gonna have to poke again. I have no idea where anyone else is. I was in this like really big gap of nobody for a while there. I'm certainly not coming in third like I'm supposed to. I think you forget what resolution you're running. You're like a 5K iMac. Yeah, I imagine 720p doesn't look that great at 5K. Yeah, you're definitely right. Like, I don't think streaming this game at all is gonna come close to portraying how good it looks. No, I'm like on the last lap. What the hell? And the rain's coming in, and I don't have rain tires on. Well, it rained for a minute. It rained for a second, just enough to startle me, I guess. Been a long time since I streamed anything, huh? I forgot how to be entertaining. As if I ever knew. Man, I feel like crap tonight. I might actually come in third. Are you kidding me? Not if I goof it up at the very end like this. I actually came in third. Would you look at that? I don't know. I think McGee forgets how to be fuzzy all the time. It's called shedding. What do you mean, what a cheater? I didn't cheat at all. How did I cheat? I didn't even pay attention. Is this Le Mans? Yeah, it looks like it. I guess nobody else wanted to come to my stream. Oh, there's Steve, actually. Hey, Steve, how's it going, man? Oh, whoa. Jeez, come on, guys. What the hell? Well, given that I know this track, I'm not catching up. See, Steve comes in, and I just totally eat shit, right? Yeah, with all my friend, my single friend. Nessa wouldn't rip on me. That's not like Nessa. Oh man, this is really precarious on this on this game. I've never done this track on this game yet. Well, that's one way to do it. I don't think that was legal, but whatever. So how you doing tonight, Steve? I see you have a 4-day weekend. That's pretty badass. Like punching someone in the dark. Oh man, this pavement is so uneven. Holy crap. It's so hard to hold the car on the road when the pavement is like a stegosaurus, man. Yeah, not likely to be left alone, you know that. Someone will be like, Steve, I don't know what to do with these Snickers bars. Are we supposed to sell the Snickers bars or just put them in like the place where the Reese's cups go? You're the boss, I need the answer. Steve, I gotta call out because I need a Snickers bar. Man, this is actually kind of harder than I thought it was going to be. I know the track, it's just I've never raced it on this game before. Yeah, you had mentioned that in chat. Like, if you're not on Comcast now, what are you guys actually using for? Whoop. That didn't pan out at all. If you're not using like a broadband connection, what are you guys using for network? It seems like a poor decision to use anything but. Yikes. Now let's see if I can hold this damn thing on the road. Yeah, that's really it. When you have to, you have that many stores, it's you can't put too much money per store, otherwise it's just ridiculously expensive. Is your store anywhere near where you live? I know, like, where you live, they have that weird, like, Comcast deal thing. Does your store have, is your store, like, beholden to that stuff as well, or? That is a hard turn. By the way, Nessa has seen me play this in person without chat distracting me, and I'm just as bad as this, by the way. Now that Teams is an important part of the job. Yeah. Kind of hard to use Teams over dial-up. It helps that I know the track. Otherwise, yeah, it'd be a disaster. Yeah, using Android Auto. So yeah, Steve, this is I'm actually using the OBS Flatpak because I tried using the Snap, and then when I tried to stream to YouTube with the Snap, it actually complained that the SSL certificates, the root certificates, are not up to date. So whatever they have in the Snap is not up to date. So you can't actually even start a stream on YouTube with the Snap anymore. And I could submit a bug report, but I just don't care. I'll just use the Flatpak's official. I'll just use the Flatpak. Not to mention the Snap is actually behind in version as well. They're on like 27.1 something and not 27.2 that everyone else is on. I'm actually using a pretty basic streaming setup right now. I just have the PS5 connected to the capture card, and my doing the pass through on the capture card to my right monitor, and then I have my headphones plugged into the right monitor where the PS5 is going, so that I can hear the game. Since I don't need anyone to hear anything else, like, you know, my microphone's plugged into the other PC, and it's actually pretty pretty rudimentary, and I don't know, not the most elegant way to do things, but yeah, I mean, I do know his script is pretty awesome, but at the same time, like, I don't know, that's a lot of stuff I really don't use and I'm not gonna need. I don't know. I think if you're really gonna go like all out on some crazy transitions and stuff, his stuff is great, but if all I'm doing is just showing a PS5, I don't really, I don't really think I need all that, right? You said you had a capture card. You could, unless it's like super old or something, you could try getting it to work instead of using NDI. Then you don't have to worry about network issues or, you know, any of that mess. Oh, this is Bathurst. I was like, where the hell am I? See, Vince is missing this. Vince would enjoy this. Especially me hitting that wall. Besides, this track is in Australia, so he should be here, right? Did not slow down enough for that. Can never get it to work with one. I mean, if I figure, is it because Ven is like putting in a bunch of like self-compiled drivers and stuff to get it to work, or because that's what I had to do for my capture card. It wasn't too difficult, but it just had to. I just had to find the right like information and stuff. And that's usually the hardest part, is finding the actual place you need to get the information from rather than actually doing the thing. This is a tough track, man. So narrow. Is the stream still pretty smooth? No like no issues with I don't know, lag or any kind of stuttering or like macro blocking or anything like that? Oh, I looked at the chat, went to the wall. Okay, and thanks, Ness. No, I actually don't use NDI at all. I found it very finicky and not a great experience. That's why I actually prefer to just connect a PC through a capture card, because it's a lot more solid of a connection. It's higher quality. It's more flexible. Or if a kangaroo jumped out on the track. Oh, man. These guys are either going way too slow, or their brakes are like super impressive. Or, oh, whoop. This is not where I need to go. I just went off a service road. That was really stupid of me. I cannot believe I did that. I was not paying attention and I just lost a lot of places. Okay, gotta make my way back up to the front of the pack a little bit there, because I just totally zoned out and went straight into a service road instead of, you know, onto the track like everyone else. I'll blame it on being sick. Actually, I'll blame it on Linux. It's because the stream is powered by Ubuntu. It causes you to bug out and go places you're not supposed to. Oh yay, it's getting dark. I can't see shit, man. Second's okay. Sorry, I got quiet there. It was that was a little stressful toward the end there. I'll tell you, even Pop looks that much nicer. Yeah, GNOME 42 is such a huge difference, man. It's like night and day to you know, I've been away from Linux for like a year basically, and seeing that, I'm like, man. And actually, it was like, I think it was yesterday or day before, I like thought about making a or I made a Kubuntu with KDE, USB, and tried it out, and I was like, nah, this ain't it, man. This ain't it. But I mean, if if people like it, they like it. That's fine. I just definitely prefer. Oh, great Nürburgring, awesome. I just prefer GNOME definitely. This is gonna be very difficult. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Okay. Um, I haven't actually checked out Pop's GNOME 42 stuff. Did you just test it, or did you actually upgrade your system to it, or? This is it's the 24-hour layout, huh? Guy just pushing me off the damn road. Thanks, dude. I need to get around this fucker. No way I can. He keeps pushing me off the damn road. The AI can be so stupid sometimes. So you did upgrade to it. Do you have any incompatibilities or any issues at all? This track is so hard, like such a pain. Because I don't really know it. I don't know, it's a lot of track to remember, and especially at night. Holy crap, get back on the road. Yeah, I don't. Damn this shit, man. think it's gonna be another one of those very quiet races, because man, this is such an intense track. Sure hope the stream looks good. I'll have to check it out afterwards and see if maybe I can try squeezing a little bit more out of the encoder or something. I don't know. McGee is so bored he's going to sleep. He's always sleeping. He's a cat. I'm not going particularly fast, but I'm doing what I can. Poor little McGee. He deserves to be entertained because he is orange. Okay. So for those of you who don't like know how this works, it's actually easier to brake from a really fast speed than it is from a slow speed, because the downforce on the car when you're going really fast is pretty high, and it gives you a lot of grip, and actually makes it really easy to brake. It's in like you're going like a medium speed or a slow speed, it gets really kind of a pain to brake in time. Of course, you still have to actually know when to brake, right? That's also part of it. Friggin' sun in my face. Let me around you, please. Hey Nate, I will read your message in a moment. I am currently going very fast on the Nürburgring, which takes a surprising amount of focus. I don't know why I can't text and drive. You'd think that'd be an important skill to have, right? Oh man. Yeah, this does actually feel like driving home from work every day. So if you ever wanted to know what it's like to drive on the freeway in Atlanta, this is probably as close as you're gonna get without doing it. Come on, you son of a bitch. That's why he slowed down. So, to answer your question, I am playing my PS5 that is connected to my capture card that is running through OBS on Ubuntu. The capture card does not actually have official Linux drivers, and I am using commercial Linux drivers with a patch that allows it to run on consumer cards under Linux. So instead of requiring a Windows box to stream with my capture card, I can actually do it under Linux. Which the machine capturing this stream and broadcasting is running 2204. That was really friggin' hard. Second is okay, right? I know if you're not first, you're last, but it's close. Which random one do I get? A Carrera GT, which I think I already had. Whatever. Well, that was exciting, right? It looks like we didn't have any drop frames of any kind, whether it be rendering, encoding, or whatever. Man. So how you doing, Nate? The capture card that I have is an AverMedia Live Gamer 4K. It's a PCI Express card. Everybody's just, you know, congratulating me on winning things, and because I guess that was like the finale of like the campaign or something. I don't know. I don't care what they have to say. They're Well, that was neat. I didn't actually expect to finish like this championship tonight. This is pretty cool. Yeah, yeah, it's it is what it is. Um, but now they have like various other races that are not part of the sort of campaign. The campaign thing is like, you know, just to kind of get you a bunch of different cars and get you experience with different tracks and unlock the tracks and other things, right? Um, but you know, they have all these different tracks that you can. Each of them have their own special stuff here. So like this world touring car one or those kind of things. Yeah, it is kind of like that, but so 700 or less, huh? How is this not? Oh, it's 700 or less, not within 700. Okay. Let's actually try a different game rather than more racing, because I got shit else to do. I feel really crappy because I'm sick, and this is just reminding me that I'm not sick, I guess. I don't know. Even though it's not really. I don't know what I have a few discs with me, but I forgot what I have installed on here. Oh yeah, there you go, Nate. You buy a $500 PlayStation 5 to play the original Quake, right? That's why I bought it. And I think that's a good a reason as any. Connect. Is right? Yeah, it's installed, but I can show you a game that is pretty awesome and it's pretty graphically amazing. Yeah, they probably are. They were made this century. I take that back. He has a PS2, right? Like he's played PS2. I think he has a PS4 actually. So they're not too modern. This is you know what? I'm just gonna start all over. PS1 was lame.
Members of the Resistance, report to your nearest intake facility immediately. We promise nothing nefarious will befall you. We promise. Resistance members, report to the VIP section of your nearest intake facility for
I'll
compulsory.
be right back while this is playing. I'm gonna grab a drink.
It will be fun.
Your suit seems to be working nicely, blending right in. There is the assistant, and there is the infobot. Masterful work. Now get out of there and decrypt that thing.
Where is the infobot?
Yeah, I could see that. I remember I had a PS1 and I enjoyed it quite a bit, but also had a PC at the time, and you know, I enjoyed games like Morrowind, Baldur's Gate 2, Unreal Tournament. A lot of PCs, you know, around like the late 90s, 2000s. I went pretty much PC only for around the mid 2000s to about, I don't know, Xbox One, I think, was when I got another console, but I still wasn't super into console at the time. I only recently went back to playing console primarily, or actually exclusively, really. But
Just me.
anything Lego. Yeah, those Lego games are cool, man. I saw
Gotta go.
the new like Skywalker game. I think it was like Skywalker Saga or something came out, and it looked really awesome. Like from a technology perspective. Last Lego game I played was I think the Marvel Superheroes or something. It's been a while, but they're really cool.
Don't you think it's weird to throw a celebration for us?
And by the way, all of this stuff that you're seeing on the stream is actually rendered. It's not a pre-rendered cutscene. It's not a video. It's actually being rendered by the console. It's really impressive, the quality that they got out of it.
Need to perform any heroics, unless you count smiling and waving.
Right.
Give a big welcome to the Grand Marshals of our parade, Ratchet and Clank!
You'll see when it cuts to me actually controlling the character. It's the same graphical quality.
Will be your host.
This is like me controlling the character, and
Give it up for our heroes! Yes, folks, we have a momentous day in store for you. Starting with me. And ending with a surprise gift from Clank to Ratchet.
Oh dear, must he tell the entire galaxy?
Wait, a gift? For what?
Oh, you will see. It is awaiting us at the front of the parade route.
Well, we better get moving then.
It all started on planet Vesta with Ratchet, a restless tinkerer, hungry for adventure. That night, Clank's ship came crashing from the night sky. Ratchet
how did I get my fingers on a PS5? You know, it's funny. I was interested in getting him. You know, I wanted to get a PS5, but you know, like you said, they're unobtainium, right? They're difficult. And there was one point where I tried to get an order for one, but I was too slow because I needed to log into my account or whatever, and I just missed it. And then there was another time where I think Nessa and I were just sitting there on no, I think I was here at home, and I follow some Twitter accounts that kind of tell you the stock alerts and stuff. You know, they give you an idea of like, you know, when things are in stock. And I saw that one of them posted like that Best Buy had them, and they had them for store pickup only. And I just like, I figured, okay, well, I'll check, and I managed to get like check it, you know, and check out basically within less than 30 seconds, because they actually sold out in about a minute and a half. And I just managed to get one, and I was kind of stunned that I was even able to get one. Because, yeah, like you said, they're so hard to get. And I guess I just got lucky, and this was back in January of this year. And, yeah, I mean, I think now it's probably a little easier to get than it was back then. But yeah, even still, it can be pretty difficult. The Xboxes are certainly easier to get. Yeah, probably. It's actually kind of a bummer that they're so hard to get, because I feel like it has an effect on forgot where I was going. Oh, yeah. I think it has an effect on like the amount of next gen console or next gen games that are developed, because if not enough people have the new consoles, then it doesn't make financial sense to really pour it into next gen exclusives, right? And that's kind of had that effect. Like this is a PS5 exclusive, but the racing game I was playing before is also on PS4. So, you know, obviously it plays better and looks better on PS5, but it is not exclusive to PS5. Whereas, you know, this is, but very few games are. And the same thing applies to the Xbox, but the Xbox is a little different. They don't actually, the way they handle their games is they want them to be cross-gen in a way, but there are some that aren't, like Flight Sim's not cross-gen, and a couple others, but yeah, it's just kind of an interesting conundrum that the industry has going on.
More goons incoming.
Do I have any that I haven't leveled? Let's see.
Let's take out that dropship and end this.
I don't know. I don't know if it will be the last. I mean, it seems like every generation they say the same thing. Like, oh, this is the last. You know, this will be the last generation of consoles, and yet they always seem to have more.
A little rusty, but not too bad.
Are they gone? Oh. And now we reach the present of our heroes.
I guess Steve noped out.
The
a speech prepared, but considering that our event seems to be under assault, I will cut to the chase. Ratchet, I do not know where I would be without you. You are my closest friend,
Also, Nate, this
teammate, and you have given up.
oh yeah, I guess it is like 10:30. But yeah, this game actually has ray tracing in it. It's pretty like, so you can see like the reflections on their armor and stuff is pretty neat.
What? Dr. Nefarious?
Ratchet and Clank! What a wonderful surprise! I didn't expect to see you here. Considering my goons were meant to annihilate you 8 minutes ago.
Oh, what do you want, Nefarious?
Yes! Can't anyone print instruction manuals anymore?
Yeah, it probably cost a lot. This game uses the SSD pretty heavily. The SSD that's in the PS5 is pretty darn fast, and so when you go in these like rifts, it basically it unloads and loads the area like in basically no time at all, and it's not, you know, a trick of preloading or anything like that because there's too much data, but it basically can unload the entirety of memory and then load it like, you know, back into like a new area in just like a split second. It's kind of nuts.
You're still here? Of course you are. Why wouldn't you be?
All right, later, Steve. Take it easy, man. Get some rest.
I should have known Nefarious would try something like this.
Don't beat yourself up.
I'm not gonna be
Just
be
like
awake
old
for too much
times.
longer myself.
Come on. It looks like Nefarious landed somewhere near the train station. Go, Mrs. Zircon. We should grab a weapon.
Ratchet, my favorite customer. You now have access to the Omega line of weapons. Very exclusive. Enjoy Omega Destruction. Mrs. Zircon was betting you would pick that one.
So this game is called Ratchet and Clank. It is, or Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. There's a whole like series of Ratchet and Clank games, and basically it's kind of a third person kind of run and gun platformer. It has like platforming stuff, but it also has, you know, like shooting mechanics and stuff. And the kind of key thing about it is all the different weapons are just really goofy. But you know, there's the Lombax, which is the orange guy that I'm controlling, and then his buddy Ratchet is Clank rather is the robot. Ratchet is the Lombax dude that I'm controlling. And I don't know, like there's different stories to the whole series. In this one, you're trying to, you're in the middle of this thing going on, and Dr. Nefarious is like your arch nemesis or whatever, and he causes havoc, but he ends up breaking kind of space-time with these rifts in between dimensions, and you're trying to get like the Dimensionator thing back from him and, you know, fix everything. It's kind of a neat like story-based, like kind of platforming action game. And this game just is breathtakingly good looking, man. Every time I play it.
Yeah, right. Today, you will see what losing feels like. Spoiler, it's exhausting. As soon as I figure out these stupid coordinates. Say goodbye.
It's pretty fun. Actually, there is a Ratchet and Clank. There's a remake of the first one that's on PS4. I know how like shooting is for your kids, but it's not really like violent shooting. It's kind of cartoony shooting. But maybe maybe it's something your kids might enjoy as well. Again, your discretion on that one as well. There's no like swearing or anything. It's pretty kid friendly.
Try pointing it at one of them.
This is definitely gonna come in handy. I wonder how much Nefarious is paying these guys.
Not nearly enough.
Turns them into like pixelized versions of themselves. Like it's really funny. Yeah, it's kind of. I wouldn't say it's any much different than those.
This is worse than I had
But they have the remake of the first one on PS4. It's just called Ratchet and Clank. I think they might enjoy it.
I knew you'd come.
Might as well give up.
Was that a kraken?
or at least a very large octopus.
Nefarious's ship. We've got to find a way up there.
The taxis leaving from that stand are driving right by him.
Then we better not miss our ride.
The major downside to the PS5 is actually the
Have hobbies, and I know that finding the long boxes is always
controller battery life. Like you can get a
thought perhaps we could go.
I don't know, probably about 5 or 6 hours out of the battery before you have to charge it again. I bought this like charging dock that Sony makes for it, and it really helps. Like just having it next to the couch, and I have 2 controllers, so if I'm playing a long time, I can just swap out controllers.
All ride's here. Next stop, Nefarious.
Yeah, the Wii U Pro controller has to be the controller with like the longest battery life I've ever seen. It's like 80 hours of battery life on that controller.
Yeah, I kind of wish he was doing a worse job.
I also think Ratchet and Clank's weapons are pretty forgiving when it comes to like aiming and stuff. You don't need to be like super, you know, for like shooter. Man, I need some health.
Nice work, Ratchet.
Couldn't have done it without you, pal. All right, now let's get to Nefarious.
Yeah, Descent was fun though, man. Descent was a blast. I love those games. It was like 6 Degree of Freedom, as they call them.
Quickly, we cannot let Nefarious overuse the Dimensionator. We must lower his defenses.
Did that hurt? Good.
Take that, Nefarious.
Toads are so unpleasant. Oh dear, his defenses are weakening.
Yes, run from me.
Amoeboids. Where did Nefarious find these?
Today my ultimate plan will come to fruition. It is perfect.
Hey Nessa, if you're still there, did you platinum this game? I don't remember if you did or
How
not.
many times have we heard that?
Probably around 80. Now, doesn't matter. Today will be the last time. You think a crushing defeat is all it takes to stop me?
I mean, yes.
Well, think again! We're going to a dimension where I always win, so you can finally know how it feels.
The dimensions are weakening considerably.
Yeah, there is the void reactor or whatever. Yeah.
Well, it is
Or yeah, void
certainly not
repulsor, I think it becomes. Yeah, something like that, yeah. I don't know if you ever got that or not.
Where are we?
Yeah, that Void Repulsor trophy was annoying. You know, I'm gonna have to like watch the stream back myself, but
What's with all the neon?
I'm pretty chuffed
You lose.
with when it comes to this.
Ratchet, the Dimensionator.
Absolutely chuffed.
Ratchet? Oh dear, my arm. And no, the Dimensionator. It. What have I done?
What have you done?
Who are you?
Someone with a lot of questions. Let's go for a ride.
Wait, I have to find my friend.
Hi? It's me? It's me! Edward! It worked! I am the winner!
Emperor Nefarious, you have returned early from your conquest.
Yes, Emperor!
Oh. Clank? Clank? A Wombax? What is this place? Where are you, Clank? Maybe someone around here. Seen him. Have any of you seen a little gray robot anywhere? Green eyes, red antenna, very charming.
It's coming up on 11 o'clock Eastern, so I think I'm gonna. It's coming up on 11 o'clock Eastern. I think I'm gonna probably cut it here.
Please let there
Thank you for everyone who showed up to this little test. I don't know how likely it is that I'll stream again, you know, because that's how I roll, I guess. But yeah, thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. And
Does that
you
mean
guys have a wonderful evening.
Nefarious is now?
And it's nice to see that I can do this on my Linux server, you know, because it's like it's a desktop that I use for server stuff. And yeah, I'm glad to see that it works. So, now you guys take it easy. I'm gonna roll out.